What's up, guys, and welcome back to another video inside of the Discord server. So this is NGM Millionaires, and if you guys are new around here, the mentorship program for NGM Millionaires is launching at the beginning of February, so make sure to stay tuned for that. But we're going to keep this video as raw as possible, uncut, and just dive into the markets. So this is the main concept of today's video is going through the market, all right, because we're looking really brutal right now in the crypto markets, and everyone in the community, you guys are probably feeling it too. So if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to join the Discord down below. If you're already in the Discord, what's up? Welcome back. But yeah, let's dive into the markets. So I got rid of all of my technical analysis so far. I just want to do it from scratch so that you guys fully understand what's going on right now. But before we get into it, we're on the logarithmic scale, or logarithmic chart rather. Yes, we are. We're going to go to the monthly chart. All right, so this is just to give you guys some overall perspective of what's going on in the market. Because when I do technical analysis, I like to start on the greater time frames, or the larger time frames, and zoom in. So this was from pretty much back in 2011 all the way until 2022 right now, so the over 10 years worth of monthly data here. So each of these candles, this represents 1 month time, if you guys are new to trading. And in the mentorship program NGM Millionaires, we go through trading, how you guys can fully understand what's going on right here. But I'm going to do some technical analysis. So as you can see, overall Bitcoin has only went up, and Bitcoin is the main thing that kind of fuels the rest of the cryptocurrencies. And you'll see this. As Bitcoin tanks, the rest of the cryptos follow. Bitcoin is almost like the centerpiece, right? Now, at least in this day and age. So as we can see, it has gone through a lot of different bull runs, bear runs. It's went to the bull market, went into the bear market. And you see that in waves, right? So, after the huge run up, usually it starts to retrace and it enters into a bear market. We've seen this, and a lot of people in crypto right now are very, there's a lot of fear that we're about to enter a bear market. Now, you can see that in the past, at the end of each of these bull markets, right, you'll see a blow off top, and you saw that back here. You saw that here back in 2017, early 2018. And you'll see that time and time again. There's usually a blow off top. Now, we haven't seen that yet, right? We haven't seen that in this bull market. We did see arguably a double top, right, which is usually a bearish pattern, but it's not confirmed. That's not always what happens. There's no confirmation that this is a double top because it doesn't follow exactly down to the exact pattern. But anyways, let's zoom in, right? We'll go to the weekly chart. Okay, so this bull run, it has been going on. Arguably, once we surpassed right around this area, it's very controversial, but we've seen it go on from a little bit over a year, right? For the past year, this is, how many days is this? Like 462 days. We have only mainly seen upwards action, a lot of uptrends, right? But let's kind of zoom in a bit. Let's go down to the daily chart. We're going to get off the logarithmic. So now let's just do some basic technical analysis, okay? So this is how it's been looking. We'll say back from, we're pretty much down at the price point where we were back in January of 2021. So about a year ago today. That's where we're at. We've seen in the past year, it's just been kind of at a greater scale consolidating, meaning going sideways. But if you zoom in, we've had different runs. So let's see what's going on here. So when I do my technical analysis, I like to start out usually on the daily time frame, and I'll come and I'll start putting in my key levels. So like I said, in the actual mentorship program, we go through exactly what I'm doing right now. But what you're doing, you're finding support and resistance, areas in which the price will bounce either to the upside or the downside. And you can see time and time again, these key levels are always, most of the time, respected. And once you break through a key level, that's usually when you see a pretty strong surge either to the upside or the downside. So now that we've charted those out, right, let's kind of go down to the 4-hour time frame. All right, let's see what's going on here. So we'll put some more key levels in there. See a pretty solid one right there. We'll change the color since this is on a different time frame. We'll put it to Let's go green. I'm feeling green. Put one up here as well. And that's, yeah, we saw some consolidation in that area. Arguably, you could put one there as well. And then saw that here. And we'll go back in the past just to confirm these, right? So you can see that this was a really solid key level here. We saw some resistance. We saw some support on it. Almost confirms it right around here as well, and then this one as well. So yeah, these are very solid. You know, these don't have to be exactly, you know, at a specific price point, just in the general area. And the main reason why, you know, traders and when doing technical analysis, you want to be putting these key levels down is just so that you have a general idea visually where the price is at the moment and where you're most likely going to see a bounce. Like, for example, if the price starts coming back up, right, and it starts coming up to these levels, most likely there's going to be some action right around here. Either this is going to consolidate and break through, or this is going to come up here and, you know, be rejected and continue back down to the downside. So that's kind of just so you have an overall visual representation of the market, right? So at this current time frame, let's see what was happening. Okay. I'm gonna go over here and we'll grab some trend lines, okay? And I remember charting this out on my TikTok actually. I'm gonna fix it in a second depending on how we're looking. Where was it? Say right around there. And then we'll grab another one. I have OCD, so I like to make it look perfect, but yeah, that's kind of what we were looking at. Now this pattern, this is called what you would say a falling wedge. Okay, now a falling wedge, most of the time it's essentially staying in between this support, or excuse me, the support and resistance, and it's almost consolidating while creating a downtrend. And most of the time, right, you'll see it break out either to the upside or the downside. You know, the probability is that it's going to break to the upside since it's a bullish pattern. But here we saw it break to the downside. And in my TikTok, I said if it did break to the upside and we broke above 43K, right around this range, that's when I would be placing a trade. Now, it actually, after I made the TikTok, it actually broke to the downside, right? We haven't retested yet because this could be a fake out, right? It could come down here, retest, and break back in, right, and then continue to the upside. That's what everyone in the market is hoping for right now. That's not what has happened just yet. Right now, we're seeing a lot of consolidation in this area, okay? And we'll go down to the lower time frames. Let's go down to the hourly, right? We'll see what's kind of going on. There is a lot of fear in the market right now, and we were looking at the fear and greed index. Fear and greed index. So this is almost evaluating the emotion in the market right now. And when there's emotion in the market, it's either usually it's not, there's usually a correction after this. And right now there's extreme fear in the market. And that's most of the reason why we're seeing this continued dump, right? 'Cause look at these levels. This is crazy. This is crazy right now, right? Last month, there was a little bit. The ranking was around 34. Right now, today, it's even worse than yesterday, worse than last week. Extreme fear. And I'm seeing this like firsthand. People are texting me left and right all day like literally all day yesterday. I was getting texts. Dude, what is going on with crypto right now? What do I do? Do I pull out? And I could see the fear in their voices, in their texts rather. And that's what's fueling most of this right now. So with that being said, what is going to happen, right? You guys now, you've seen the technical analysis. You saw we broke out of this falling wedge. What's going to happen, right? And I wish I could tell you. I wish I was, you know, from the freaking future so I could, you know, fill you guys in on it. But this is what I am seeing personally, okay? We're going to call this, where is it? Need a rectangle, okay? This is going to be a supply zone, okay? And I would arguably it would be right around there. Now this zone, right, this is where the long-term investors most likely are going to be coming in and placing huge positions, because a lot of people, right, psychologically at these $10,000 increments, that's when you see a lot of action, right? You see a lot of movement. and the 30,000 range is right at the bottom, or the 30,000 price point is right at the bottom of this supply zone. Now, because of that, what I think is going to happen most likely based on this breakout right here and the fear in the market, this is what I'm kind of banking on, right? Let me get back to the brush. I think we're going to break through this support right here. And I think we're going to break through the support. We might dabble around, but I think we're going to break through. Right? Hopefully we don't. Hopefully we retest, come back in, but probably going to break through and come into this blue zone. Okay? And this blue zone is going to be the make it or break it right here. Okay? If there's a large amount of long-term investors and just, people that understand virtual currency and cryptocurrency and the future of it, I truly believe that when we come down into these zones, that's when we're going to see a lot of buying pressure. The bulls are going to outweigh the bears because most of the, this downward action is coming from fear right now. It's not coming from people that are logically thinking like, hey, I do not believe in crypto. I do not think this is a solid investment. It's people, just like I was getting the text, that are freaking out. They're letting their emotions take over, and they're like, all right, sell. I'm panic selling right now. That's what's in the market, and that's what's causing this right now. So once all of the, as a lot of people like to call it, the paper hands are out, right? That's when I hate that I'm saying this, but the diamond hands are going to come in most likely and begin to outweigh all of the bear pressure here. Again, I think we're going to come down to this region. I would be extremely surprised if we break down here. If we do break down here, it's not confirming a bear market, but most likely we're entering a bear market, which we're going to see a lot of downwards action, consolidation, a few little pumps up, but most likely it's going to consolidate. Based on the past, in previous bear markets, it could be a year and a half, maybe even 2 years, but hopefully, we can see a nice bounce out of this zone. Okay, so this is my safe zone right here. This is why I haven't sold any crypto, and I won't be selling any crypto for a very long time. I'm in this for the next 50 years, probably for the rest of my life. I'm not pulling out money. I don't have any need to, and I don't see crypto going anywhere to zero rather. So that's kind of the analysis of the market right now, guys. We can't exactly figure out where we're going to go, but the last thing that I will bring up is the RSI and the stochastic RSI. And this is the relative strength index. And right now we are extremely underextended, especially on the RSI, actually on both of these indicators here. So let's go ahead and make these a little bit bigger, but you can see at the bottom here, we're on the 4-hour time frame. Let's go to the 1 day. On the 1 day time frame, look how underextended we are. And I'm going to put a horizontal line at where we are. When was the last time we were this underextended? Great question. Let's go back to May. May, it came close to it, right? It came pretty close. We're actually under where it was in May. In May, let's see what happened, okay? I will take the vertical line tool right there, okay? That's what happened in May. Let's go back and look. Back in May, it was extremely underextended, came down into this blue zone, literally where I believe we're going to be going very, very soon, and it bounced back up, and it came back up to around the $42,000 range. Then it consolidated for a bit, bounced off this supply zone a few more times, and had a big run up. Okay, now before that, when was the last time it came this low? I would say, oh my gosh, wow. This sell-off right here, which came all the way down, it was actually more. It went from 7,000 all the way down at the lowest to around 4,000. Oh my gosh, that is brutal. Whew. And after that, we saw a huge pump to the upside when we came down into this territory. And we're looking at that right now. Like, we're coming down into this territory, especially if we have a close on the daily time frame near this area. We're going to see this. We're going to see this even more accurate. But so based on this stochastic and on this RSI, the regular RSI, let's go down to the 4-hour. Same exact thing on the 4-hour. If anything, stochastic and the relative strength index, both of them are extremely underextended. So at least on the 4-hour, based on history and these indicators, and the fear in the market, the probability is that most likely, very, very soon, we're going to see a pump to the upside. Now, we don't know when it could be. It could come down to here and then pump, but there is going to be a pump very soon. We need some relief in the market. What goes down must come up. What comes down, or what goes up must come down eventually. So these indicators are pointing towards the upside. Now, that's pretty much the analysis of the market today. I would not be investing it right now if I were you. If you are very risky, the probability, in my opinion, is to the upside at this very moment based on what's going on. Now, that upside, it could very well be a very small pump. And if we do see an upside, if you are going to get into a trade, which I'm not a financial advisor, I don't recommend you do anything right now with this scary market. But if you're looking risky and you have money that you're willing to, that you're not afraid to lose, then, you know, I believe that a solid trade would be right from here and taking profit up around the $37,000 range on Bitcoin. And this applies to any crypto, right? Just because everything, for the most part, will be following Bitcoin on what its price action does. So this would be the take profit zone. Nothing crazy going on right now, guys. It's very, very fearful in the market. But with that being said, I know this was long. Hopefully you guys learned a ton from it. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to this video. If you guys want to learn more about crypto, more about NFTs, make sure you stick around the Discord. We're going to be having live streams, giveaways very, very soon. And on top of that, make sure to check out the Next Gen Millionaires program. Launches in early February. If you want to learn more about it, we're going to put out announcements in the Discord. Just make sure you're in the Discord, staying active, and you guys will be able to get into it. Only 500 slots available. You'll learn everything about trading, everything about NFTs, so much to come. So thank you guys once again for tuning into this video, and I will see you very soon. Peace, guys.